Hello, good day, morning, evening, afternoon. Two lights in the darkness on the fast track. Hello, with a special guest tonight, or well, today, in this episode, we have Pauline Olo. And Pauline and I have started a community, the Manifesting Confidence Group. And Ellie, of course, is a member of our group. And we were thinking, let's have Pauline on. So, Pauline, who are you? How did you get to how did you get into manifesting?
Gosh, so hi everyone, I'm Pauline. I'm a self-love coach, and together with Erna, we do manifesting confidence. And I guess the group just happened out of a happy coincidence, really. Like we happened to meet online and we were talking about, I think, some graphic design or something like this, and we found out that we had a lot of things in common. And so we realized that in order for people to manifest, they actually needed the confidence to ask for what they want. And a lot of people aren't manifesting because they don't have that confidence and they're not verbalizing what they want. And
Yeah.
so we started the group and met Ali along the way. And now Ali has become a manifesting superstar. And
Yes.
yeah, and it's just been a lovely, lovely journey of helping people across the world to develop the confidence to ask for what they want and call things into their life that they really desire and inspiring others to do the same.
It's cool, huh?
It's really
And
fun.
and actually, I think in May it's been a year since we started this.
Oh, wow.
Can you
Wow.
imagine? Already a year.
Happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Yay! So what
So good.
have you been manifesting in your life lately? Because I
Oh,
know you have
wow.
been manifesting a lot. Same as
Oh,
Ellie.
wow. All sorts of things, from clients to like events to just new friendships and things like across the world. Like it's just been interesting to even yeah, like someone that I was dating, which is really nice, like that was an unexpected one. That was kind of like, oh, and then he was bringing me flowers and stuff, which is really nice. Like it's like,
It's so
yeah, so
cute.
it is cute. It is quite nice. Like and really unexpected. But I think, everyone has a rough idea of what they want, and it's not until you commit it either in writing or on a vision board or a manifest board and commit some thought to it that you can actually call it into your life. Um, and it's surprising how many times that actually happens. Like in our group, how people are saying, "Oh, I did this and I got this and whatever." Like it lights me up
Yeah.
every single time. So fun.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and Pauline, a lot of people they know quite well what they don't want, and it's just a matter of turning that around, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So a lot of people are counter manifesting. So as much as, they want like the money or something, like, if they're a beginning coach or they're starting out in business themselves, they're like, oh, I really, I need this money to pay the bills and all of this, but they're focusing on lack. And so the idea of not succeeding can sometimes be stronger than the idea of succeeding.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
and so so we need to, in order to manifest, we need to concentrate more on what we want and to see it, like you said, as a vision, and that has already happened. Correct?
Yes.
So
Awesome.
what is your go-to method if you want to manifest something like fast? Like I'm not going to say the parking space at the
I
supermarket,
do that.
but
I do that though. Like I
you,
do
you,
have a little ritual for a parking space, and it
oh, you
I
have a
borrowed it
ritual
from a
for it?
friend. Well, it's it's kind of a half joke, but
If it
it's like
works.
a little, yeah, like just, you know, when you are waiting for that parking space, it's just like just completely clear your mind and focus on the parking space. But then if I've never really forced myself to manifest really quickly, like had that deadline, for me it's
Hmm.
just sort of happened in the last few days or the last few moments.
Yeah.
Like I've never forced, like time collapsed and done it. But I think the key is letting it go. Where people fail is they're like, I want the $1 million, or I want the 10,000, or I want the new man, and I'm just fixated on it for the whole 24 hours. I think the magic is in the subconscious. So
Yeah.
you have the vision, you hold it, and then you leave it to your subconscious mind and let it go. If you keep it at the front of mind, it won't actually come. There's
Yeah. True.
something about the subconscious that pulls it
Yeah.
into your reality and your vortex. But if you let it go and you leave it to God or whoever you believe in, then it comes.
You know, that's actually funny that you say that, because I've been sort of wishing for a big prize money in a lottery, of
Okay,
course.
so
I've got these monthly lottery tickets that are just automatically, and I do get prizes, no money
Oh, good.
prizes. So, but I'm happy with new socks, an umbrella, earrings, stuff like that. So I'm happy with that.
Wow.
But
Yes.
oh, I would so love to have this prize money so that I can just do stuff and finally give some money away to a charity that I really, really endorse. And guess what I got in my farewell gift bomb?
what?
A lottery ticket.
Are you serious? Oh my God,
I'm
that's awesome.
And well, the drawing is next week, Thursday. But I was like, oh, maybe this is it.
Oh my
So
gosh.
exciting.
Yeah,
So it is cool. But now I have to try to let it go.
that's awesome.
True.
I've got the tickets. So the how you say that? The condition is there.
Mhm.
It only needs to come, right? Or yeah,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, so my
So
Yeah.
sister, yeah,
fingers crossed.
yeah, fingers crossed. My sister, she's into this publishers clearinghouse. And so she gets those like little prizes and stuff. I could get a car, or I want the money. Do you want the money, Ellie? Yeah, I want the money. And she goes and tells me all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, if you take the money, you can buy any car you want, right? So that's a
Yes.
no-brainer.
I love
Yes.
that. And how about you both? Like, what have you been manifesting lately?
Oh, go, Ellie.
I've been waiting to talk to you,
I
Ali.
don't know if there's enough time. Okay, so all the way back from these things, like you said, just let it go. Like I know that I was, I mean, I didn't have much in the bank, and I've been there before, so I knew what it was like, to just not panic like I used to, and I used to have the scarcity and all that. And so I just let it go. I knew God would take care of it, didn't know how, universe, however. And so I'm sitting here one night, and I'm sitting with my roomie, and his daughter calls, and he picks up the phone, and he says, "Hi." And she says, "Hi." She says, "Dad, actually I want to talk to Allie." And we both go, "Okay." So I had no idea what she wanted. We didn't know that she was pregnant and she was expecting her baby soon. And so she said, "Allie, I might have my baby early. And I was thinking, how would you like to come out here to New York and be a nanny and help us get adjusted as we're first time parents? And we would pay you $1,000 a week, and we would buy tickets for a Broadway show. How does that sound?" I said, "Sure, I'm up for that." So then it just kept going, getting better and better. And she said, "Allie," she's like, "don't worry about food. We're going to pay all your meals. And then once I got there, well, they paid my tickets too as well, to get there and back. And then once I got there, they paid for a Uber wherever I wanted to go. Plus, they did amazing, like different special things for me. Like they bought me tickets to the Friends experience because they knew that Friends was something that I loved. And they let me have a day in Manhattan all to myself. And so I got to go see Carnegie Hall, something that I've only dreamt of since high school. I found like Park Avenue. I've only seen it on Monopoly game, and I'm like, oh, I get to see the real Park Avenue. And so it was
Touch
amazing.
the buildings.
Yeah, and I saw the park. The place, I was actually at the same place where the Home Alone movie was
Oh,
staged
wow.
and everything. And yeah, it was like, it just like the whole world opened up. And when I really realized it was when I went on the rooftop. They lived where you can go on the rooftop. And when I got out of the door off the elevator, and I could just see the Empire State Building was like right here, like this close. And I was like, wow, it was like I could finally come up for air and just say, wow, now this is living. This is like living your best life now. So that was supposed to be only 2 weeks, and it ended up being 4 weeks. And so then I came back, and I wasn't idling for too long. And then my client that had already worked with my organizing business messages me and says, hey, can I have you come up to Bar Harbor this weekend? And I said, sure. He has some things that still need to organize. He had tenants coming in, and I needed to get the rooms ready for them. And so he came, he said, I'll come get you. I said, okay. So he came and got me, and I just came back from that. And Bar Harbor is another beautiful place here in Maine. I put pictures on it, but it's on the coast, and right near all the harbor and all the downtown shops, and it's quaint and everything. So I got that, and then I hadn't even landed, and I got this job offer for a companion for an elderly lady, which is long term, and they're willing to give me the moon. So I can't say enough about manifesting. It's amazing.
Wow. And your organizing business, is that a new venture, or you had that before?
I had that before. I've had it for a while. I haven't had a chance to talk with you. Erna's known about it, but yeah, organizing business came about through my healing journey. So I was with some friends, and I was working on self-love and just trying to get through all the past trauma. And so my friend said, hey, we have visitors coming in. Could you kind of help us clean up? We have to go, or we have to go see our son. We're going to be away. Can you kind of do something with this mess? Because they're very cluttered. So I said, sure. And so I worked on the kitchen for about an hour, and then their son-in-law helped me another half an hour. I sent them pictures. They asked me to take care of their flowers, and I took care of their flowers. I sent them pictures of how they were blooming and everything. And they're like, wow, Allie, it's like a whole new kitchen, and look at those flowers. And so then all of a sudden I said, why can't I just start this as a business? I love it so much. And so that was a blessing coming out of the healing. And so I started the organizing business. It took off a little bit, but it didn't take off quite, you just have to keep with it and stick with it. And so now I have clients lined up, and I'm getting my website started, and the business cards and all of that. And then when I was nannying out in New York, I decided, hey, why not be a traveling nanny as well? So I'm a traveling nanny, organizer, companion to elderly. So that's what I am right now.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that
amazing.
cool?
Your life has like changed so much.
It has. And it's like I was looking back for maybe a minute the other day and what my life was like, or my mindset, I would say. My mindset was like, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even want to go there anymore. It's like, but
Yes.
I am like so over the top that I want to help others, reach the level that I have come to. Um, and I'm definitely getting into life coaching as well. So that's another venture. Um,
Ah,
It
and
keeps going. It
if if
keeps
you
going.
keeps
if you
going.
don't mind me asking, how long have you had the organizing business? Like, when did you start it?
It's been about a year now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
phenomenal.
hmm Yep. So with this new job offer, because this I had manifested also. It took me, I think it was 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. I manifested going to Hawaii, which I'll be going to Hawaii in October. And so then with this new job offer, I told her that you can't make this stuff up. So
It's like a
um,
move.
yeah, I was talking with her, talking with this elderly lady that I'm going to be companion for. She said, I have a friend who moved out to Hawaii. I said, really? Where? And she said, Maui. That's exactly where I was planning to go. And so her son said, mom has a friend out in Maui, Hawaii. I said, yeah, I know. She mentioned that. And I said, I'll be going to Maui in October. He goes, how about if we fly you and mom out there? And you could stay with her friend. I was looking for a place. I hadn't had a place yet. And there it is. It's like, boom. So it's just amazing.
That's huge. And do you do the same thing like every single day? You have like a getting up ritual to keep on the positive?
Yeah, I do. I start with my morning routines, which are, I do a Bible verse. And then I do, sorry, I should say do, I read a chapter of my Bible, and I don't just read it. I don't just read it. The Lord will let me know to read it. I really like look into like words, what they mean, the root meaning, and all that, and see what resonates to me. And then I do gratitudes. Gratitudes are very important, as you know, and so I did the gratitudes, and I was doing a certain thing that a coach had told me to do, and that was good and well. But now I'm back to Bob Proctor. I'm so happy and grateful now. And I do that on top, and then I list 10 things that I'm grateful for. And then I learned this exercise from one of Bob Proctor's coaches, and it's like 1 through 6, you put what you're grateful for now. And then 6 through 10, you put what you're grateful for in the future as it has already happened. And that's where your manifestation and all your visioning comes in. And then I do my journaling, and also I have it pre-recorded of my visions. Instead of doing a vision board, I did a vision board, but I also wrote it down in like a story, like a narration. And so when I play that back to myself, I play it out as if I'm doing it. And then I have this diagram that we got from Scott Haig. That's a manifestation coach. And I have all the little tips that he gave us that I do, like a meditate for 5 minutes on whatever I want to envision. And that is how I start my morning.
Wonderful.
What about you, Pauline? Do you have a morning routine or a routine to get you?
Not really at the moment. No, it's sort of along the way, I think about what I want and
Mhm.
it just kind of comes into my reality. Um, and I guess it's come faster when I have been really grateful and
Yeah,
in service. But at the moment, no, I kind of have let that go to the
you
wayside, actually.
you go with the flow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, sort of. I guess my manifesting has been for clients right now. Like,
Yeah.
so I haven't really thought about myself. The only thing I've thought about with myself is like, how can I best be of service today? And if I'm working with someone, the moment they say the vision, then I commit power to their vision.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I just do everything possible to help make that happen. But it's mainly in shifting them, making them focus on what they believe in now, not what they were believing in before
No,
before they met
exactly.
me.
Yeah.
Usually they're like, oh, I'm so hopeless. Oh, this is never going to work. All of this. And then I do a process and that shifts them into, oh, I can actually see it.
Mm.
And then we both commit power to it. But I should use it for myself at the
I
moment.
was,
It's been,
I was just,
I've just left it.
and when are you going to do it for yourself?
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. It's more so that I focused on my vibration.
Yeah.
Everything that's come in recent times, it's sort of like I vibrate higher when I'm with people than alone.
Yeah.
So I'll go to an event, enjoy the event, and then things will just naturally happen. But it's shifting the self-belief within myself for them to happen.
Yeah.
Um,
That is
is
powerful
your
as well, eh?
is your morning routine similar to Ali's? Like, do you do it together or do you have your own?
No, no, I have my own. Well, I'm a bit like you, I guess, in that respect. Well, I do have like a gratitude journal that I start my mornings with. So I list a couple of things that I'm grateful for. I set my intention for the day. I do an affirmation. Um, but that's basically it. Well, walking the dogs is also my morning routine. Because then,
Mm,
yeah, I have to be present in that moment. Um, because my dogs can be, especially the male dog, can be a handful when we see other dogs, well, owners with dogs coming.
Oh yeah.
So,
Mm.
yeah, I need to be fully present. So I can't have anything in my head, which is good. So I need to be there. So that's also one of my morning rituals. And then, yeah, in the evening, I always do my affirmations that I was doing with Alli as well. I am doing with Alli. And usually we close the day, well, I close the day of in talks like this, or just Alli and me, and then I go to bed.
it's a great way
But
to end the day.
but I do think that gratitude is a big one, a big one.
Yep. That was good
Yeah,
focus. Hmm. Yep.
yeah. It's the foundation of happiness, they say.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yep. So, yeah, and I didn't mean to turn this around into me. So, Pauline, yeah, please take the platform and share with us anything that you want.
Ah, okay. What would most help people, I guess? I'm just kind of, like what questions you think people might ask, or because I wanted to unfold like you don't always need a routine to manifest.
Yeah.
Because some people, maybe we could talk into that.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
So, how would you have someone if they wanted to start manifestation? How would you start? What would you tell them?
I think the biggest thing is a lot of people have rituals, but they haven't shifted their energy. So consciously, they'll do the actions, they'll write the affirmations, they'll say it to themselves and all of this, but it'll just be this routine thing, or it'll just be they're doing it for the sake of doing it.
Yeah.
Um,
They don't feel it,
but
huh?
Right.
yes, and I think the feeling is where the juice is. And
Hmm.
you don't even realize, like, it's good that you two have each other to bounce off, so you can like call each other out on the energy stuff and all of this. Like, I think if you try to do it in isolation, you can not even be aware, like self-aware, that you're counter manifesting.
Yeah.
um and I discovered this with some people in our group, where I had a conversation with them and they were doing everything right, rituals, trying to focus on the thing and all of that. But when I really asked deep questions, their subconscious was focused in lack. And so from a place of lack, even if outside you're grateful and you're thinking on the thing that you want, that lack stops you from feeling gratitude in your body, or that love, or that warmth, or that faith.
So if someone is alone and does want to manifest, what are the most important questions that that you would ask them, but that they can ask themselves as well?
I would say it goes beyond questions. Like, so I could ask them certain things, but if they're by themselves, the quickest thing to do would be just to shift their body, either dance or cold plunge or something along those lines. But a question to ask themselves: what am I really focusing on now? What am I really focusing on now?
Yeah.
But even then, their subconscious mind might protect them, and so they might lie to themselves, as is the
That's
case.
true.
I don't mean to give people no hope. Like, it is possible, but if nothing is coming into your life and you're feeling hopeless, please reach out to us, because there's a reason humans need other humans. You know what I mean? And it's better to actually reach out than to stay there for 6 months, 12 months, everything. Like, the subconscious mind will try to protect you from the truth, just like when we're in a bad job or not great relationship or around not great friends. Like, you'll be like, it's okay, I can deal with it. You know, you don't want to face the truth a lot of the time. And it's another person can be a catalyst for your change, or you'll hit rock bottom or something, and then you'll be forced to change. But if you're alone and you know no one and you're a bit stubborn, then some sort of force yourself to dance or get outside, or some kind of cold plunge, just to shock the nervous system into a new vibration kind of thing.
Yeah, I must say it is easier to do it with someone else, because when Alli and I started, actually that was when the magic started, right, Alli?
Yeah. So, at first we even talked about it, like when we started saying the positive affirmations, it gets easier and the confidence builds as you keep reading and re-speaking them. And basically what you're doing is training your brain. So you're flipping that switch in your brain. So from the lack of scarcity and doubt to, okay, I already have this. This is happening for me. And I wanted to touch on what Pauline said about the cool plunge. Now that just set me right back to where I was. And if anyone is out there having like panic attacks, anxiety, or any of that, that's where I was 2 years ago. I was in a hotel hiding out because I couldn't face life. And it was fear, fight or flight. And I was in flight. And I think Pauline reached out to me. She didn't know where I was. She just happened to call me and she's
I
like,
got a
"Where are
ping
you?"
from the universe.
Yes, yes,
I
and that
pulled
happened.
over.
Yes, that happened twice. That happened twice. With another lady, she had said something just. God just put it on my heart. Something just told me to call you, but um, she could tell I was like rapid breathing, whatever, and then Pauline said, do you have some water near you? Do you have like a sink or a bathtub where you can get, do the cold plunge where you can just put a cold washcloth on your face or just get in the shower? And I said, yeah, I think I can put cold water on my face. So into the sink and I put some cold water and started feeling better, started feeling like the pressure, like relief. And then Polly said, now what are you going to do? And I said, I know what I need to do. I need to leave. I need to get out of the hotel and go back home and face the music. I didn't want to, but that shifted, like she said, that shifted my whole mindset. I was sitting there going, and then all these thoughts in my head, very scary when you keep them up there and don't talk to anybody. And then talking to Pauline, it was just like, okay, this is what I have to do. And so the next morning I was out of there, and that really set the pace for my healing journey, just getting out of my own head. That's where this is the enemy a lot of times. And we have the bad wolf and the good wolf voice. And
Which one are you going to feed?
yes, which one are you gonna,
Yes.
yes. And once we realize that that bad wolf is the thing that's stopping us from accomplishing like so much more than we could even imagine, then we have just started beginning um, amazing adventures and things that we never have thought. Like, that's why a lot of times it keeps you stuck, because it doesn't want you to know all the wonderful things that are waiting for you. It's like, no, stay here in your comfort zone. No, this is good right here. And then you break free from that. And the only way I found I could break free from that was hypnotherapist coach, which is really good, Noy Chaney. And he has like put 20 years, like, I just felt 20 years younger after he got done removing all the negative images and just the thoughts that I had of myself, and that were just um, from all the stuff that had happened in my childhood. All the conditioning, um, and then I realized, maybe that's not me. That's the stuff I've been carrying on and holding on to for 50 years. I'm like, I don't need to carry that anymore. And it actually takes you to a river in a meditation. It takes you to a river. He says, okay, you're holding a bag, and doesn't tell you what it is until you get down to the river. But the bag represents all the things you've been holding on to, and then you drop it into the river and let it go. Now, how do you feel? And it's amazing meditation.
Yeah.
So I recommend anyone to do that. Look him up. So
That's amazing, and that's a common one, like the bag in hypnosis. In
mhm.
the one that my mentor taught me, it was, you're clearing all the dead flowers from the garden, and then
Yes.
you're going to take them and put them away. And you raised a very interesting point. Like, you're actually hardwiring your brain for manifestation when you clear the old programs, because you've got neural pathways, and your brain, if it's gotten to that negative state, those neural pathways are wired for negativity. So
And they
because
get
people take a
thicker.
while, yeah, they get thicker. And so people have taken a while to get in the negative place. Something has happened, the job has finished, or they've been fired, or they've been bullied, or the relationship has ended, or the partner is abusive or something. But the thought of bad things or pain is like hardwired. And with the process of gratitude, you can like soften it, and hypnosis soften it. Um, neurotransformation therapy soften it. And then with that softening, you can then rewire it for gratitude, for seeing possibilities. But you're clearing the old program, the old like sort of garbage, to make way for a more resourceful brain that sees opportunity rather than lack. So some people be like, oh
Yeah.
no, I got fired from my job. And other people be like, thank goodness, new life, I got broken up
Yes.
with,
Yes.
new partner, new everything. Yes.
Me.
I know, right? It happens. I was the same. I was like, oh no, I got this long COVID thing, heart, lung, and a range of various issues. I'm just gonna die. And then when I got to the part of like being able to breathe again and walk a little bit, um, then I was like, oh, I was so grateful for the smallest thing. Like, I actually got up today. Yay. Like, oh, I could walk more than 10 meters and not collapse. Yay. Oh, I can actually do this other thing. Like, you start really looking for the good in every
Yeah.
situation. And then I was the same. I didn't want to let go of my job, Erna. I thought I could return there. I was keeping another place up in the mountains. And I was like, oh no. And I was a bit sad. I'm like, I'm never going to return to my life. And then it was like, oh, I can coach full time now. And then people came, like clients came just because I had a conversation. I was like, let me just listen to you and what you're going through. And they're like, yeah, I want more of this. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And they're like, can I pay this much? I'm like, sure, whatever. Like in the same week that I got out of hospital. So on the one hand, I wasn't manifesting at all because I was like, oh, my heart is going to fail. And man, they're finding more
Yeah.
scars inside. And it feels horrible still a year later. And it could stop at any moment. And then I went to the scans and everything. I'm like, okay, at least the scans are over. Thank goodness. But for that 1 second, and I think I advised you to do this, Ali, as well. It's like after I got back from hospital, I'm like, well, I can be of service today. I have some energy and some strength. Let me have a conversation. And then that person was like, I would like more conversations. And so it's the most counterintuitive thing. Like Tony Robbins did this as well. Like at his lowest point ever, where he was like, I don't even want to be here. He took himself with his last bit of money to some restaurant, and he tells the story where he sees this little boy take his mother out for dinner.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so after he feeds himself the leftover money, all the money he has in the world, he's like, you know what, you have this. And I think that's where you're reading the Bible, Ali, is huge. Like any spiritual text, the wisdom is there, where it's like, even at our lowest, if we can have the foresight to offer someone else help, we are then putting ourselves in abundance and going, you know what, I have enough to help you.
Yeah.
And you are literally changing your own brain then. Like
At the
even if
spot,
you're
at the spot.
yes, because you're focused on someone else's welfare. And you hear this from parents as well. Like they're like, oh, you know, I've worked like 2 or 3 jobs to feed my children. Like the minute you are giving to someone else, your body, your brain is like, we have more than enough. That is the quickest way you could probably flip it if you're alone and feeling like so sorry for yourself and in that low place, which we all have been, to go, who can I help even from here, even with the gift of listening.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, that's very true.
Thank you for
And
reminding me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, so you've come through you know, quite a lot too. And you know, and it's that paralyzed fear, isn't it? It's the paralyzed fear that just it stops us. It just like doesn't even want us to function. It's like it just shuts the body down, and that's like our protectors. It's protecting us, but like we had already said, in retrospect, it's not protecting us. It's keeping us from what we were born to do, our purpose in life. And yeah, and so if someone is in that situation right now and they feel like they're like paralyzed fear in a psychological way and it's shutting you down, just know that there's hope, and that's just you know, a matter of time where you can just reach out, like Pauline said, reach out to us, that we've been through it, and you know, and help, and we can help you along the way.
We're here.
And your life, yeah, life will be unrecognizable. Like not only will it be good, it will be beyond good. It'll be great. And it's just taking the hardest part is accepting that message, taking that call, and being really real, actually acknowledging, hey, I really don't feel great. And then you can get to the heart of it and shift it very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Ask for help, accept help, receive help, be open, let go.
Yep. And I was going to hit on the asking for help part. That was a hard one for me. Because like Pauline says, you know, we want to keep it to ourselves. You want to, like, because no one will understand, right? That's another bad wolf voice. Don't listen to it. That's so wrong. It's like, you know, it's just the opposite. Tell someone how you're feeling, get it out, and then they can direct you in the path that you know you need to go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think this is a great way to end this episode.
Yes. Wrap it up. And can we just put our groups out there so people know how to reach us?
Yep, absolutely.
Sure.
They will be in the description.
Awesome. Great.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much, Pauline, for joining us.
Yes, we love this.
It was good to have you.
Blessings. I've enjoyed this very much. Thank you so much, Erna. Thank you so much, Alli. Keep shining your light. I look forward to all of the
Yes.
things you'll be doing.
Yes.
Thank you. And
Yes.
same likewise.
Thank you.
Let's make it a trio. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.